I move on to my first AFC North team, and I think that I did some justice to a team that is now looking like, they're on a little bit of a rise. Last year had Kenny Pickett. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. They started Pickett for a lot of games. He came on late at the end of the season, had some good performances, and now it's time to go get him some more help. First off, I went out, I took an offensive tackle. That offensive line was atrocious last year. They really need some help. They can't run the ball consistently at all, and they need somebody that can help out in pass protection. Georgia's Broderick Jones is just that, getting somebody who can shore up one side of that offensive line, at least give Kenny Pickett a little bit more time. He really played well under pressure, despite the fact that he was facing it really often. I think that now, hopefully, can operate with just a little bit more time in the pocket. Up next, I took a defensive lineman, and I am keeping him in the city. I took Pitt's Kalijah Kancey. I know it's an outlier. The guy is small. There's not much you can say about it.
He came in a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah, he came in over 6 foot, which was a big barrier that he had to break, and he had absolutely freakish testing numbers.
5'10".
His 10-yard split was off the charts. The dude's a freak. It shows on tape, and I think that getting somebody that from the inside can get after the passer, he might not be the best run defender due to his size. Teams are going to go out of their way to try to double team him in the run game, but that's somebody who on passing downs, you put him and TJ Watt on the field, it's going to be dangerous for opposing quarterbacks. Him at 32, I don't think is a bad value at all. Pretty much a first-round pick right there because of the Dolphins forfeiting their own. You have another top 32 pick. Up next, we move to number 49, and I'm taking an edge. I'm figuring, why not keep those old Steeler values of our defense is going to be unstoppable and our offense is going to do enough to win games. I'm going to keep, boosting the defense. The rest of these picks are actually all defense. I'm taking Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the edge out of Kansas State. I think that, getting just more edge help. TJ Watt has obviously had injury concerns in the past. Highsmith had a strong season last year. Get yourself a nice third guy that you can rotate in with those two. Could be dangerous, like I said, for opposing QBs. Somebody who can stop the run a little bit too. Up next, I took a guy that honestly, outside of a couple bad plays against USC, he held his own against Jordan Addison. I know a lot of people talk about him getting toasted, but I honestly think outside of a couple plays early in that game, I don't think he had that bad of an overall performance. It's Kayublu Kelly, cornerback out of Stanford. I like his tape. I think
he's Senior Bowl.
He had a very good Senior Bowl. He had a strong performance down there in Mobile, as Luke just said. I think that's somebody who can, across from whoever the Steelers are really going to be playing at quarterback. It's not certain. I believe they've got William Jackson. I don't know if Joe Hayden is going to continue to play there. They need some help there. Getting another rookie like
is Levi Wallace there?
I'm not sure. I would have to check.
I think Levi Wallace is on the Steelers.
Getting them some more help. Somebody who can probably play a little bit outside, a little bit inside, move them around. And then lastly, I took a linebacker. I figured you want to get big. That's what they do. That's what they do in Pittsburgh, man. Get some big guys. I figured let's go get somebody who has a little bit of versatility. They like it on that defense. They've got guys like Minkah Fitzpatrick who can play just about anywhere. Now we're going to get somebody at the linebacker position who can do a similar thing. It's DeMarvion Overshown out of Texas, somebody who is just big, physical, and an athlete, man. He isn't exactly refined yet, but if you can refine him in that defense, Mike Tomlin likes to work on these guys and just absolutely maximize their potential. You could have an absolute steal at 120 if he becomes what people think he could be. That's pretty much all I've got. I think, you boost up the defense. You keep working on those front, both of the lines, offensive, defensive, and just get physical because that's what the Steelers are all about. And that's what AFC North football is all about.